up, everybody? Welcome back to SGU Uncut. We are in a brand new series, Redirecting Route. I'm your host, Emily, joined today by Leah.
Hi, everyone. I'm back. I'm thankful that you invited me back onto the podcast.
We love having you on here.
Thank you.
Let us know. What's been the highlight of your week?
Yeah, I am excited and getting ready to play in a kickball tournament this weekend. And so we've done a lot of practicing, and I've even gone to a couple of the practices, which seems goofy,
Kickball
but it's been
practice.
fun. Yes.
I love it.
So that's been like a highlight, and getting ready has been a highlight for me.
I'm excited to play, too.
Yeah, you're playing with me.
Let's
Same
go. Team SGU. Well, like I said, this is a brand new series, Redirecting Route, talking all about expectations. And today, we're going to talk about unspoken expectations, because when we leave things left unsaid in relationships, then things can be harmful. You know, we can get hurt. So, Leah, what has been an unspoken expectation that you've had?
Yeah, I think my parents could agree with this, but I expect people to be able to read my mind. And I just don't communicate things out as well as I want to or should.
Yeah.
And so I think that unspoken expectation leads to a lot of arguments that could have been cut out if I just was to be clear and upfront with what I want.
Yeah, and some expectations go unspoken because we think they're common sense.
Right.
So it's like how we view scenarios is how we think others should view scenarios. When's the time someone didn't meet your expectation?
Yeah, I work for a dance program, and I, in my mind, thought and really wanted more hours for this upcoming dance season and was not given any more hours. And so it was a lot to kind of process, but that is definitely the most recent time that's happened.
Yeah, and when we go through those things, when people don't meet our expectations, like I said before, we can feel hurt. How did you feel when they didn't meet your expectation?
Yeah, hurt is a great word. I felt pretty hurt. I think I was more just disappointed. Disappointed in my lack of communication, disappointed in their offer to me. And I think, in my brain, I was doing everything right. I was, teaching really well. My dances looked great last year, and I'm giving in and outside of the program a lot. And I think it's just a lot of disappointment and even a little bit of hurt just thinking that I would get more hours, but I probably should have communicated that a little more.
Yeah, maybe you still can.
And maybe I can, right?
Yeah, but like you said, with the hurt, the disappointment, we see that in the story of the prodigal son. Now, the prodigal son, we've heard it from the younger brother's side, but we're going to talk about the older brother's side. So if you don't know the story of the prodigal son, the younger brother took his father's inheritance and went away. He spent all his money, wasted it on frivolous things, while the older brother stayed home, took care of the land, did everything his father asked of him. Then the younger brother returns home empty-handed, asking for forgiveness, and the father forgives him. He welcomes him back home with open arms, and the older brother gets angry. The older brother became angry and refused to go in, so his father went out and pleaded with him. But he answered his father, "Look, all these years I've been slaving for you and never disobeyed your orders." Then we continue. It's a little slow on these slides there. "Yet you never gave me even a young goat so I could celebrate with my friends. But when this son of yours who has squandered your property with prostitutes comes home, you kill the fattened calf for him." This older brother, he had expectations that if he stayed home, did all the work, took care of his father in the land, then he would be the one rewarded. And now he's disappointed and hurt that his father would reward the younger brother for running away, spending all his money, not taking responsibility for himself. Can you relate to the older brother at all? How would you feel?
My parents, we used to use this phrase a lot, like, I can't do anything right? But that's so applicable. Like, I would feel like I just can't do anything right. Everything that I feel like I'm doing in this, scenario. The older brother's serving his family, and his younger brother ran away, but he still stayed back and served his family, and they had a farm, and just all of that. Like, I would just feel so defeated, and like I couldn't do anything right, and I'll never amount to what I hope or what my parents want for me. In this scenario, that's how I would totally feel. It's kind of horrible.
Because they were unspoken expectations. The father didn't know, but the father's expectations, his unspoken expectations, that he's going to love his sons no matter what, So instead of living in the negative feelings, how can we open our minds to see the expectations of others as valid too?
I've used this word kind of a lot today in this, but I think just communicating and talking to others. Like, I need to do a better job with me, communicating maybe out my feelings and my expectations, but even just understanding others. How can you understand others if you've not talked to them, right? Yeah. And so I think for me, something that I could do is just be better with communication of the things that I expect and maybe figuring out what others expect as well and just have that open communication.
Yeah. So that's the bottom line. Communicate with people you're in relationship with. Take time in small group even. Make a plan. Who do you need to communicate with and what do you need to communicate to them? So thank you, Leah, for joining us today for Unspoken Expectations. A joy, as per usual.
I love it. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, and we hope that our conversation here fuels your conversation in small group, and we can't wait to see you next week.